Hello, denizens. Former network executive reaction here. This third episode is going to be my last review of She-Hulk, the TV series. Mainly because it has found its groove, I guess. Will it be successful? That's a different matter entirely. We'll wait and see. Basically, the show has reached the limit of its imagination and writing resources. It's not going to get any better than this. There is no point in picking it apart and pointing out its flaws. There's also no point in complaining about it. There's no such thing as a candy floss gourmand. The folks still obsessed with tearing She-Hulk apart are doing it for sport now. It's light entertainment that does not deserve this level of fanatical attention. I believe many of us who reacted negatively and continue to do so are really channeling collective feelings of what this show could have been in competent hands. That's really what everyone is reacting to. Lost possibilities. If this was more like the first season of CW's Flash, that would have been great. There are a few fun bits and pieces in this show, but it just does not stick the landing. At least the format is set. We know where this is going. Its biggest failing right now is that the show has not developed any ensemble cast around She-Hulk. Ally McBeal is constantly being used as an inspiration for this show, but where's the rest of the cast? Fran Drescher has almost nothing to do in this episode once again. They even brought back Dennis Bukowski, the designated male asshole lawyer from the previous two episodes. It's easy to understand why. Because he is the most clearly defined character in the series, ironically, so far. And certainly more interesting than Jen's lawyer colleague. I don't know the comics that the writers are using or maybe using as source material. Maybe this has all been plotted out, but you don't create a show without nailing down the supporting players. We saw another woman, another lawyer, Mallory Book, who apparently was also in the superhuman law division. She pops in and leaves. So we have now two colleagues that are pretty much in there, but we know nothing about them. One dude was the potpourri boy in episode 2, and now he's a bit more manly here. The one thing they got right was how casual everyone is talking about Asgardian shapeshifters, etc. If I was show running this damn thing, I would have nailed down the supporting cast, got all their personalities exposed to the viewers, find out where they stood on being part of the superhuman law department and their relationship, good or bad, with Jen. Instead, they have a head writer who talked about fighting to keep the ridiculous girls in washroom scene from episode 1 where they dress up Jennifer as a hooker and we're all supposed to be shocked when a bunch of men hit on her. Seriously, the level of incompetence of the people running this show is staggering. Yet, they have found a groove. Their groove. Maybe it's your groove. I want to point out the writing team's hilarious Easter egg present that they gave to themselves. The gender-swapping fake social media posts that flashed by. The show, obviously was produced a long while ago, yet this is what they were consumed with. They were pre-cogging our shitposts rather than concentrating on creating the best show they could. This was the funniest gag they could come up with. Did Moses Ingram warn them about the hate they were going to get? Ironically, the fake posts were complaints about turning superheroes into girls. Who was complaining about She-Hulk? She was an original, non-gender, non-race swapped superhero we wanted to see. The brief segment just proved the utter disregard and lack of respect they had for the fans of She-Hulk comics. Thank you for your juvenile efforts. Frankly, go fuck yourselves. The fact that it's more watchable than Obi-Wan, the Obi-Wan series, is damning with faint praise. Once again, I'm more disappointed in the lost potential of a very funny premise. Frankly, I'm also second-guessing the era, whatever, that this show was created in. We are cynical and jaded and suffering from superhero exhaustion. YouTube has created a monster of hyper-focused commentators that never existed back in the Bill Bixby Incredible Hulk days. I wonder if She-Hulk debuted in 1977, would it have been as scrutinized? I doubt it. There were lots of terribly written high-concept shows back then that were successful. But the one thing they all had in common was that, at the very least, they had sorted out the show's supporting cast. Hopefully, the showrunner on She-Hulk can watch my recent video on how to write a sitcom. Link below. Thanks for enduring this experience with me, denizens. Be seeing you.